So I wanted to talk about Ted Greenberg, who was a client of mine. Now he's out in LA and doing uh, producing and engineering music out there. But he used to be a big figure in the Philadelphia area, playing music and having his own studio. And I remember he invited me over to his house one time, and it was a small house. And when you walked in, there was, I think it was an API console in his living room that he had on the side. And then he walked into his basement where he had another API console. And then every nook and cranny of the house had vintage gear everywhere and all really pricey, good stuff. And I remember when I went to go see him, he was working on a project, and it was, uh, what was that? It was a documentary, something, The Shadows of Motown. And then he won a Grammy, and then he won a Grammy from that. And that kind of gave him some more recognition to, go to the next level with what he was doing. But at that point, he was in so much debt. He was telling, I think we were sitting at the kitchen table, and he was telling me how much debt he was in from all this pro audio stuff. And he had to kind of stop buying as much pro audio gear as he was buying. But, the people would drool over all the gear that was in his place. But as we're talking, and him telling me, how much debt he's in, and, he can't keep up this, and he has to, get some relief. And the doorbell rings, and FedEx is at the front door, and I think it was like another pull tech or some other more gear that just came in. And I was like, well, Ted. And he said, I know, George, I know. He said, I just, they're good deals. I need to buy them. And I mean, a good deal is still expensive gear, at a good price is still expensive gear. So that was funny, talking to him. But I'm glad that got the Grammy. Things went well. He moved out to LA, and he's doing well out there. But buying gear from some people, it's just crazy what they accumulate. And I think he had like 3 consoles. I mean, we only needed one. But also, he had a studio in the basement of Studio 4 that was really, really beautiful studio, the way it was all put together. But he moved out of there. I think it was because the restaurant was making noise, and it was hard for him to isolate from all the noises from upstairs. So there you go. That's my Ted Greenberg story.